EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. Calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 29 yards. And the Colts put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action now. Winston out to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Winston. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Let's go.
Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Full connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And his pass incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action. Winston. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Folks' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Jefferson, 59 yards. And the Colts are once again back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Wow.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now 17-14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught.
Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. They start the drive with Cook. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. They'll try the middle with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Following the interception, Winston. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down carry for Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, I would guess it combined.
Nigga, this man has the one play he keep
WTF. Today, they haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my
If
replacement
you
may get
don't
an
lock that
opportunity.
shit down, if he lines up in the formation again, it better
Maybe
be
I
a
just need
check.
to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
This Travis.
And the Colts have yet again retaken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play fake. Winston steps away. Completes this one to Thornton. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will bring it back and interception return for a Colts TD. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you.
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Henry. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. They'll try to throw now. Winston. This will go to Henry out wide. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Folk connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Cook again. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Jefferson. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Drake London, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now, that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Winston. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down throw for Winston. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Charles,